state of the art.
What's going on, everybody? This is your boy, 666, coming at you with another comic book haul video. So, man, we're just going to get right into it. You know, brother's still doing a pretty good job at keeping his schedule. Hope you guys are liking everything that I've been putting out. So, like I said, we're just going to jump right into it. So, you know what I like to do? The first book I want to talk about is a book that I read and I want to share a little bit with you. This is Tales of Asunda, Niobe, issue number 1. This is volume 2 from Stranger Comics. This is really a just dope read. I have to give it to him. I forget the brother's name that puts this out. Just a second. Let me take this out the bag. I mean, the art in here is fantastic. I think I've said before, the story almost has like a poetic vibe to it, just a lyrical feel to it. Anyway, let me just, there it is. This is by Sebastian Jones. A lot of times you'll see him talking on different shows about the things that he's putting out. Like I said, this is just a dope book. This cover is by Jay Lee. Anyway, let me just get into a little bit of this for you so you guys can check it out. Oh, and something else about this, you know, they're trying to do that thing where, and it's not like it hasn't been done before in the past, where companies, publishers, writers, they will try and link their stories to different type of mediums, whether it be animation and I think they've got like a little short with the animation for this. They also have an album, and you know, they've got some tracks that are cut to this. I only listened to like a couple of the tracks, but you get a very different feel when you're listening to the track while you're reading it. So if I can put it together, I'm gonna try and play that for you so you guys can hear it while I'm reading some of this. So, like I said, let's get started. Where do our dreams go? Are they sent to the sky on a comet, glittering in the sea, glass and gold, impossibility and wonder, to be caught in a web of stardust spun by angels? A feather for their wing. Or do they catch our dreams like butterflies, only to let us go? Let me help you. I must do it myself. So I don't have trouble when I'm alone. You are never alone, Niobe. A braided rope is stronger than a twisted one. So let us braid your hair. This will hold the feather stronger than any twist. Why are there 7 feathers? For each ray of the sun that passes from our hands and feet through our stomach and chest and out like liquid gold from our temple to where awaits Numio awaits. she is God. She won't listen to me. Try harder, Niobe. The sun is not so easily caught. Or perhaps she does not think you are ready. Are you ready to hold heaven? To wake up and wear her crown? To hold her light will burn, but I will be with you. How will I know? We will meet in your dreams, for I dream of you too. You do. Dawn of light, please wake. Dawn of light, please wake. So like I said, I just want to give you a little bit of that. I'm not going to read the entire story. It just, like I said, has some beautiful artwork. I just like the style of the writing. This could be something, like I said, you guys might want to check out. And then, check this out. It's like he's got this poem back here in the back. It's also tied to the track. River moves, I go. Take me to the place I know. Child's play and dragons fly. Stars dance in first kiss eyes. When willows creak and moon earth cracks. Fish slipstream on crooked backs. Darker, deep, ill-course sin. Dying hope, lost within. River moons, I go. Take me to the place I know. Devil speaks, he's playing. Freedom calls, I'm staying. Dawn of light, please wake. Dawn of light, please wake. She is life, please wake. For the rest of that, I definitely recommend you guys check it out. Like I said, I'm enjoying it. So this is Tales of Asunda, Niobe, She Tribe, issue number 1, volume 2. Just a dope Jai Lee cover. Okay, so the books that I'm getting ready to show now, there were a bunch of there were some Black Friday sales in my area, so brother had a chance to go and do some digging. You know, one of my shops, they pulled out some books from their inventory and just set them around so you go and dig through them. And I think they're gonna leave them up through the holidays. So the last couple of weeks, brothers had a chance to go and, you know, find some interesting things. You know, a lot of books were 2 for $5, so there were some good deals. There were a couple things that shocked me, and while I was in there, especially on Black Friday, they had it was like a 30% off cover price. So brother was able to get a couple things off the wall. But anyway, man, let's just go ahead and let's get into this haul. So at first, this is Prophet issue number 10. I believe the title of this story is Extreme Sacrifices, part 7 of 8. I just picked up some Stephen Platt covers that I never had before. You know, this is that 1990s goodness. I do believe I had this, and I'm pretty sure that I've shown it before. This is Prophet issue number 1. Also a Platt, just that holochrome goodness. Also grabbed this issue 5, Stephen Platt. Issue 6. This is just a dope cover. Issue number 7. And issue number 8, all Stephen Platt. So like I said, keep in mind, you'll see the stickers up here. These are all 2 for $5. This is that X-Men issue number, what is it, 319? Yeah, issue number 319. I've shown this book before, but what made this a nice little pickup is brother found himself a newsstand. This is just a dope cover. You know, I like it. Speaking of a book that I've shown before, this fell from grace. This is the Superior Spider-Man, issue number 33, the variant edition. This had spiked a couple years back, and just to find it in the cheap boxes, just a nice little grab. Another book that I've shown before, this is the New Avengers, issue number 26, that Alex Maleev, just a beautiful Scarlet Witch cover. This was just a cover bond. I thought it was interesting. It's got like the raised letters for the title. This is Jim and the Holograms, issue number 11 out of IDW. This is the Dark Jim, part 1. I don't know if this is our first appearance or what of Dark Jim, but brother really dug the cover, so I said, why not? This is Battle Pope, issue number 1. I believe this is a Robert Kirkman. I think this is a Kirkman deal. Yeah, Robert Kirkman, Tony Moore. This is actually, I believe, either reprinted or he redid the series when he went to Image, but there is another version of this where it came out a few years prior where he did it like a independent type of deal where he went and had it, him and his boy, they went and had it printed. They wrote the stories and did the printing themselves, and I think it had maybe like a 5,000 print run or something. It was something really low. So if you can find that, I forget what the name of their company was, but anyway, this was the first time I believe I had seen this, so I thought it was a nice little pickup. I've shown this book before, so I don't need to really say a lot about it. This is just that The Phantom, issue number 1 from King Dynamite. Just Dynamite Publishing. Just like I said, I was surprised when I rented this a while back. Just a dope Darwin Cook cover. Speaking of a cover bond, we've got Deadpool issue number 13. I don't think there's anything to this. I just like the 1970s black exploitation type movies homage cover here, so I thought it was a nice little pickup. Deadpool with the fro going on, so just nice. And speaking of nice, I also grabbed this Deadpool issue number 2. I think this might be like a 1 in 25, so I thought this was a nice little pickup. I think this is a Kevin Wada cover. I don't think this goes for a whole lot. Matter of fact, I think when I did look this up, I think you can probably pick it up near mint for like $15. So this was just a cover, but I don't know what this is. I just thought the cover was interesting looking. It had that old IDW logo up at the top. This is Weekly World News, issue number 4, the world's only reliable news. And like I said, I don't know anything about this book. I just thought the cover art was really interesting. If anybody knows anything about this and they want to comment on it, brother definitely would love to hear what you had to say. Like I said, I didn't even look this up. I just 2 for $5, whatever caught my eye, brother was just grabbing it. It says this is a John Reed cover. So nice little pickup. Oh, I found this. Check this out. This is Firepower issue number 1. But this is that 1 per store, the gold foil variant. Another nice little pickup. We've got the Revival, issue number 31. This is that Jenny Frizen goodness. The Revival has been optioned. I really don't know anything about this story. Maybe when it gets closer and a little bit more hype starts building around it, brother might pick up the trade just to get a idea of what's going on before it gets started. But I do know that they have some very interesting covers, and I know that Jenny Frizen does a lot of them. Anyway, this is the Revival, issue number 31. Oh, here was a nice little find. I remember when this caught a little heat a while ago. It might even been last year. I think there was talk of maybe doing a movie or something or TV show on this. But check this out. This is Bitch Planet, issue number 1. I just remember them talking about it a while back. Just never saw it, and it just finally popped up. Oh, speaking of, You guys know how sometimes I just run across something that just hurts me to my soul when I pull out the cheap boxes. And this is one of those, man. Check this out. I couldn't believe it when I found this in the boxes, in the long boxes. Anyway, up first, we've got Wolverine Origins, issue number 1. This is the, cameo appearance of Daken. I was like, really? And then when I pulled, when I grabbed it out the box, check out what was sitting behind it. You got it. Issue number 10, the first full appearance of Daken. I was like, wow, how the mighty have fallen on us. I mean, people are still asking a nice price for this online, but for me, just to find this in the boxes in the 2 for $5s, I couldn't believe it. I really would have been floored. I was hoping that since I saw it, I was like, let it be that third claw variant. But no such luck. But anyway, just a nice little pull, man. 2 for $5. So let me grab my next stack. So let me set these to the side. If you guys have noticed, brothers, if you guys noticed, the brother's voice has been just a little off. Tis the season, man. It's allergy season, sinus issues going on. So hopefully I ain't sounding too bad on the mic, but it's all good. I'm still bringing it to you. Just after this, there's just one more haul video to go, man, and then we're going to be calling it for 2024. Can you guys believe it? This year has just, in some ways, it's kind of flown by, but in other ways, I mean, it's been a decent long year. I mean, definitely got a lot of things accomplished. Found some dope books. Anyway, let's go ahead and let's stay with the haul. We're trying to maintain that under an hour, but I can tell you what, on that last haul video, buckle up. Buckle up, cause oh man, brother got some books for y'all. Brother got a lot. It's gonna be a long one. We're gonna go out in style in 2024. But anyway, let's get back into this haul. This is Gen 13, issue number 12. I just saw it was a poly bag. This might be I think this is a J. Scott Campbell. Again, it might not be, but anyway, I just thought it was an interesting little pickup. And for Gen 13, I'd never seen it before. So like I said, still in the poly bag, and I think there's a Danger Girl preview in this. And another book that I've never seen before, and I thought it was just a nice little pickup, is this Gen Active issue number 1. A book I've shown before. This is Gen 13 issue number 7. Just a dope Brandon Lee cover, or Jim Lee cover. Speaking of a dope cover by, we've got Gen 13 issue number 2. We know that J. Scott Campbell goodness right there. And I told you, every time I see it, I just can't leave it. I can't leave it. When I first started watching videos and people were showing this book, I didn't know who J. Scott Campbell was, and I just thought it was such a phenomenal looking cover. It took me a long time before I was able to finally find it. Now whenever I see it in the long boxes, I gotta grab it. You know what I'm talking about, that Gen 13 issue number 12. In my opinion, still, just because it's the first time I've seen J. Scott Campbell, this is his best cover in my opinion. Hands down. Just amazing cover, man. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know there's a lot of dope stuff out there. The Spider-Man covers, the Mary Jane. I know he's got a lot of great covers, but for me, man, this is just all that. Also, another book that I've shown, we've got that Gen 13 bootleg issue number 10. Just a nice little find in the 2 for $5. and a book that I've never ran into or never seen before, so I thought this was a nice little grab. Check this out. This is Gen 13, issue number 30. Just a nice little find. Let's take a look at this right quick and see, is this a Cho? I don't know. Let's take a quick look and see if I can see a cover artist on this one. Because I do like to discuss or highlight cover artists. You guys know how I am. Cover by Gary Frank and Cam Smith. Or this might be a variant cover by Steve Scorsese and JD. I'm gonna say this is Gary Frank and Cam Smith, but don't quote me on it. You guys do your research. That's a dope cover, man. Look at that. That's got that 90s feel all day long, doesn't it? Maybe early 2000s. Anyway, like I said, just a nice little find. So we got to keep it rolling. I've got a lot of books I'm trying to get through. So I found this. This is Vengeance of Vampirella, issue number 24 out of Harris Comics. Thought this was just a nice looking Mike Deodato Jr. cover. And check this out. This is a John Royal after Jim Lee that he has on the cover. This is Vampirella. Hang on, let me look at the back of this. Gotta see what this is. I hope it doesn't say it, so we're going to have to pull it out the bag. Not sure on the issue number. Let me look in this. Vampirella Strikes, issue number 1. Nice. John Royal Virgin variant. So it's always nice when you're digging in the long boxes and you run across something that you've never seen before. And speaking of that, check this out. This is Vampyverse issue number 5. The trade dress variant. I want to say this is Megan Hetrix. Don't quote me on that, but I think it is. There's also a black and white version that was done of this. So if you guys are interested in that, I believe there's also a Virgin variant cover that's also out of this. Just a really nice looking book, man. I dig the colors. I dig the overall aesthetics of the artwork. I like that she's standing in front of a wall that has graffiti on it. Just really nice looking cover, man. Oh, speaking of a dope cover, check this out. I thought this was a nice little find. This is I want to say this is Red Sonja and Betty and Veronica Adventure. They've got it Spicy Space Stories. Of course, it's an Archie and Dynamite collab. I just thought this was a dope little find, man. Nice little find. This is, like I said, issue number 10. We're just going to say Spicy Stories, issue number 10. Betty and Veronica meet Red Sonja and Vampirella. Just a nice little find, man. Speaking of a dope find, I think I showed one of his books either in my previous haul or the haul before that. It was a Betty Page book. Anyway, this is Vampirella of Draculon, issue number 0. Again, out of Harris Comics. This is a dope Jim Silk cover. And this, I think, came out in 1990. They were celebrating the silver anniversary of 25 years of Vampirella. Another silver anniversary collection. This is Vampirella issue number 2. Just another gem silk. You know, once you guys, like I said, you start learning about these guys and who they are, all of a sudden, when you run across something in the long boxes, it just kind of jumps out at you. You just recognize it, like, yeah, let me add that to the collection. Another nice little pickup. We've got Vengeance of Vampirella issue number 2. Oh, I had it around the tip of my tongue. Hang on just a second. So who's the cover artist on this again? Ben Oliver. There we go. Ben Oliver. Yes, sir. Vengeance of Vampirella issue number 2. When I first saw it, I thought it was Jenny Frison. That's why I keep forgetting that it's Ben Oliver. You know, I came across it, like I said, when I was digging. I wasn't sure, but I just wanted to keep the flow going. I thought it was a Jenny Frison. It's got that feel. So there were 2 of them. I said, oh man, I done found some Jenny Frison in the box. Let me grab that. But like I said, when I got back, it's not Jenny Frison, it's Ben Oliver. But still a beautiful cover nonetheless. I'm pretty sure that I've shown this before. This is Vampyverse issue number 6. I want to say this is also Megan Hetrix. Don't quote me on it. I'm not taking this out the bag to verify it, but I believe that's who it is. Like I said, do your research if you're interested. It's just a dope book. There's also a virgin variant of this that's equally stunning. Speaking of a stunning book, we've got some Alex Ross goodness. This is Vampirella issue number 1. Just a dope Alex Ross cover. And I don't know what this is. I just thought the artwork on the cover was interesting. This is Clownfall by Robert Kirkman and E.J. Sue. Like I said, I don't know what this is. I just thought the artwork was interesting. So 2 for 5, man. You just you keep grabbing, you add to the pile, and you keep it moving. I got this mixed in. I don't believe this was this isn't a 2 for 5. This was just over in a regular section, but just a beautiful book. This is I want to say Spellbound issue number 1, the Bout or Trout edition. I just thought this was a dope little pickup. Is this my boy? No, this is Keith Garvey. Yeah, this is Keith Garvey. Like I said, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Just a nice little find. Oh, speaking of a dope find, I had seen these online. Most of them that I was looking at were pretty beat up. There were a couple that were being offered over in Europe, and you know, I just was like, I'm not doing it. And for what it would cost to ship it over, I wasn't gonna do it. And the ones that I was seeing online, I was like, just forget it. But anyway, I was glad to run into them. I just never thought I would see these in the long boxes. Check this out. This is Silk, issue number 1. This is some Tony Daniels goodness, man. I just thought these were some phenomenal looking covers. I don't know anything about the book other than I think she's like cyborg or something that I was reading on a while back. But I just thought the cover art was fantastic, man. It was something unlike I hadn't quite seen before. It was kind of like a melding of the 90s. You got the image days of the early 90s and the way the action of the pose is depicted right here, but kind of like a more cleaned up version, moving into the next generation of comic book artists. Anyway, I just thought, like I said, there were some covers that were in this run that I just thought were really phenomenal, and to have found the covers that I wanted, check this out. This is issue number 2, also a Tony Daniels. Just dope looking book, man. I really dig the cover art on this. I also found issue number 4. Look how beautiful that is, man. Tony Daniels, you gotta like it, man. Just Phenomenal artist. And the book that I wanted out of this little set, when I was looking at these, it caught my attention, is this book right here. This is also Silk issue number 1. Could possibly be 0, but I think it's also issue number 1. But this is a Dynamic Forces. But I mean, it's obvious. Look at that cover. Look at that cover, dog. Just awesome book. So I was glad when I saw that in the boxes. Brother snatched those up immediately. Just a nice little pickup. And a book that I was surprised to find in the long boxes. And it's funny because I think they set out a couple of Dave Stevens books. And did I show one last haul? I can't remember, but this is one of those covers where if you don't know, you're gonna miss it. But this is a book that I talked about. I'd had the Wizard insert that came, free comic that came with it, but just glad to finally add the regular comic book. The one that was distributed. This is DV8 issue number 1. This is that awesome Adam Hughes in the mirror and Dave Stevens figure sitting in front of it. Just a collab between the two of them. Or maybe Adam Hughes just finished it. Anyway, just a nice little find at 2 for $5, man. Like I said, if you know, you know. And I think people are still trying to get like $30 out of this book, but it's probably down now around 15 to 20. Anyway, just a nice little find. Let me grab my next stack. Well, this isn't quite a full stack. I want to show some foils that I've been picking up. One or two I might have shown before, I can't remember, but every now and then, I come across a foil that catches my attention, so, brother picks them up. Anyway, up first, we've got Batman All In, issue number 153. I thought that was a dope looking cover, man. I believe one of the reasons that it also caught my attention, I was digging in the Batman section, is there's a first appearance in this story. People were theorizing, I think, that the character that was showing up in that was it was in that Court of Owls deal where you had his brother or whatever, or the guy that thought he was Bruce Wayne's brother and from back in the day. Anyway, people are thinking that this is him showing up again, but anyway, I thought this was just a cool looking foil, so brother picked that up. Also picked up, check this out, some Art Germ goodness. This is, I want to say, Batgirl issue number 1. Just came out not too long ago. Like I said, man, Art Germ, just a fantastic looking cover. Needless to say, I picked up 2 copies of that. Like I said, every now and then there'll be some foils that catch my attention, and I'll pick them up. And speaking of one of those that caught my attention, check this out. This is that new West Coast Avengers storyline. This is West Coast Avengers number 1, the Adam Hughes. And brother picked up 2 of these, man. Really dug the cover, so why not? Sometimes on these foils, they're a little too dark and it makes it hard to see what's going on, but not bad, man. I can't remember if I've shown this before or not, but if I have, well, you just get to see it again. This is that the new Batman All In issue number 1. This is the 1 in 50. Got it for less than ratio, and they also had. This is the issue number 1. It's like either the second print or the third print, the foil. I just thought it looked really good. They also had like the Wonder Woman foil. I didn't like that. They had the Superman. I didn't really care for that. So, like I said, I'm definitely picking and choosing the ones that I like when it comes to these foils. I'm not a big foil guy, but every now and again something will pop up that I like. Let me see how it was. Oh, that's showing up pretty nice. Look at that. think that was it for all my 2 for 5s in this haul. I actually got quite a bit because, like I said, they've left the boxes out. So, brother goes up there on Wednesday. I get a chance to go and dig and, some things I didn't pick up before. Next go around, I go through look a couple boxes and remember some things that I saw. I'm like, I'll pick them up this time. So I kind of split them up. You'll see some more of them in my final haul video. Anyway, let's keep this rolling. I think these are just some dope covers I found that I pulled out the long boxes. We got definitely some stuff that's current to some stuff that I had never seen before, so it probably goes back a couple of years. But check this out. Never ran into this before. This is Harley and Ivy meet Betty and Veronica from Archie Comics in DC. This is issue number 4. So can you guess why this one caught my attention? I kept looking at it and looking at it. At first I was like, is this Tula Lotay? I said, nah, man, this kind of looks like Jenny Frison. But I wasn't sure. And I set it back in the box and I took it out and set it back in the box and took it out. I was like, you know what? I'm going to just take this because I think this is Jenny Frison. I'm surprised I've never seen anybody talk about this. And when I got home, I pulled it out the bag and sure enough, this is a Jenny Frison cover. So I thought this was a nice little pickup. And then out of that run, since I grabbed that, I'm like, let me go and grab these other ones as well. So I grabbed Harley and Ivy meet Betty and Veronica, issue number 5. I want to say this is a Jen Bartel. Obviously, it definitely has that Jen Bartel, even that Fiona Staples look. But I'm pretty sure this is a Jen Bartel. And speaking of, who was it? Wait a minute. Tula Lotay. I believe this is Tula Lotay. This is issue number 6, Harley and Ivy meet Betty and Veronica. So I want to say we've got Jenny Frison, Jen Bartel, and Tula Lotay. I'm not sure on these two, but just looking at the cover art, don't quote me on it. Definitely do your research, but just based on the cover art, brother's making a call. Making the call. I'm saying this is Bartel and this is Tula Lotay. Just some beautiful covers, man. Speaking of some dope covers, looks like we're getting to that cheesecake deal. We've got Harley Quinn, issue number 5. Is this an Amanda Conner cover? It might be. I just thought this was a dope looking, this is probably one of those, falls under that steampunk variant type of deal. I just thought this was a nice little find. We've got that Harley Quinn on looks like a side of a World War II plane. You know how they do. Anyway, I thought that was just a nice little fun. Speaking of a dope little fun, we've got Harley Quinn, issue number 20. Dan Panosian. So I was surprised when I saw this in the box. I was like, oh shit. A Dan Panosian I didn't know about. So, now that I'm on that Dan Panosian kick, when I find something from back in the day that he did that I didn't know about, it just makes it that much more fun, man. Good times. Good times. Speaking of good times, look at this book here, man. This is just an open order. This is Harley Quinn, All In, issue number 44. That David Nakayama, man, that's his art is fantastic, man. Some things he's hit or miss, especially when he tries to put the females, the women in weird poses, strange action shots. But man, when this dude is on, he is just on, and that's a fantastic cover. Speaking of a fantastic cover, I've probably shown this before, but man, I really like this, and I think this might do something after it gets a few years on it, and it kind of like disappears from out of people's minds. But this is Harley Quinn, issue number 39. That Jenny Frison, man, and that looks a little different from what she does, but you can see the telltale signs. But I just think it's different from just a lot of other things that we're used to seeing her do. I really like this cover, man. I like her color choice. I like her color choices. I just think she did a fantastic job on this cover. Speaking of a dope cover, we've got Harley Quinn, issue number 33. They've got on the cover Artist Spotlight, variant cover by Gabrielle Delgado. Just dope cover. Book I'm sure I've probably shown, but I just like this. I'm gonna try and get that eventually. I think there's a 1 in 25 second print. That's a virgin variant of this. I just think this is a fantastic depiction of Storr. This is at Avengers number 17, the J. Scott Campbell. Marvel did their little disco thing. We've got, what is this? The Uncanny X-Men issue number 1. That Villa Lobos. Nice. Another Villa Lobos. We've got the Avengers issue number 17. Just dope. And, I didn't pick this up when it first came out. I don't know. Sometimes when he's trying different things, it would throw me off. So I'd be like, I don't want the cover. But then after it has marinated for a while in the boxes, brother runs across again when I'm looking for something else. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna pick this up. So Wonder Woman issue number 8, Villa Lobos. Oh, speaking of a dope cover, Billy Tucci's back. He's back on She. I believe there's a Kickstarter that's going to be ending soon with him, Amanda Connor, is it Jimmy Palmiotti? I can't think of the title of it, but I think all of them are going to be they're doing a Kickstarter together. But anyway, Billy Tucci is back on doing She again, so those have been coming out. I just thought this was a phenomenal cover. Open order, man. Just She, Return of the Warrior, issue number 1, Billy Tucci. Nice. I can't remember if I've shown this before or not, but man, I think this is just a fabulous Peach Momoko cover. This is Magic Blood Hunt issue number 1, the one shot. X-Men, just when Peach is on, man, Peach is on. I believe there's a 1 in 25 or a 1 in 50 or a store exclusive to this version variant. I think I'm gonna eventually get that as well, because I just think this is one of those covers, man. Needless to say, brother picked up 2 more of these, or I picked up 2. I can't remember if I've gotten this before or not, but just a dope cover. So I ran across these. Check this out. This is War Stories, I guess, issue number 10. Garth Ennis, Thomas Area. Just some more of that good girl cover art. We've got the female on like the World War II warplanes. This is out of Avatar Press. It says this is who's the cover artist on these? Just a second. I think it's like Martel or Martin or something. Hang on, give me just a minute. Yeah, they're calling these nose art covers. This is by Matt Martin. So this was an artist I wasn't familiar with, but I kept looking at, when I ran across these, I kept looking at the art. I said, you know what, man? I think these are worth picking up and showcasing, just in case people haven't seen them before. I just think it's some fantastic art. What year did this come out? Let me see. I don't even know if this guy is even still doing anything, but this came out in 2015. So, like I said, I just thought I would bring this to you guys' attention. I don't know how long this series ran, but there's a number of different covers that he did for this. Anyway, this is issue number 5. Issue number 11. We've got issue number 1. Digging that cover. And the best cover out of that bunch for me, and there's more, you guys check them out if you like this artwork, is this issue number 13. Check that out. We got Witchcraft written on the side of the plane. She's flying in front of a moon, full moon. Just that's what made me decide to go ahead and pick these up, man. I was like, you know what? These covers aren't bad. They're not bad at all. I like them. Anyway, we've got War Stories, issue number 13. You guys know when I like running across Ursa Minor, I'm still always looking to see what else I can run across. I just thought this was a dope cover. I don't really have too much to say about it. This is out of Big Dog Inc. Ursa Minor, issue number 3. Oh, check this out. This came out not too long ago. This is the Minky Woodcock, The Girl Called Cthulhu. You know, those hard case crime stories from out of Titan Comics. This is just a fantastic Selena cover. I've shown a lot of her work before. She does some dope stuff for Dynamite, Digger Red Sonjas, Digger Vampirellas. But they got her on this, and like I said, it's a dope looking cover, but the cover that I liked even more was just the sketch cover. Look at these pencils, man. Look at how dope that is. Just a beautiful cover. If you guys get a chance to pick this up, I highly recommend it so that you can see it for yourself. You can just take a look at it. Needless to say, I picked these up when they came out of open order. Brother ordered him a couple of these. I got 3 of these, man. Just I thought this was a fantastic cover. Selena 2024, The Girl Called Cthulhu, Minky Woodcock from Hard Case Crimes, Titan Comics, issue number 1. All right. Made it to my final stack. I think I'm still on target, but we might go over a little bit, but brace yourselves, because I'm telling you, that final haul video for 2024, brother got a lot of books, a lot of things to show, but just some dope books coming up. Anyway, let me grab my last stack. So I wanted to show these. These called Little Heat. Man, let me turn these around. So these called Little Heat. This story is interesting. I've talked about it before. I think I showed issue 1. I talked about, what was going on in that. So I'm just going to show these books because one of them that caught me by surprise was that it actually spiked and it made the Hot 10. It was just an open order cover, and people are asking like $60, $70 for this thing. But check it out. The book I'm talking about is Helen of Windhorn, issue number 2. Just it's a dope cover. There's no doubt about it. I don't know what it was that had people tripping and rushing out to get it. I don't know if these are low printed or what, but if you were on it, you were on it. You might still be able to find it out there if you're interested in it. But like I said, I'm reading the stories. I'm a little behind, of course. Hopefully while brother's off over the holidays, I'm going to be able to knock a lot of things off my reading list. But, I went back and I've been picking up other books. But anyway, let me show you some of the other covers. This is issue number 3. This is the foil variant. The foil, of course, is in the title. This is issue number 4. think the artist on this is Bilquis. But like I said, his pencils are very interesting, man. Very interesting. It might be Bilquis Evely. I'm not sure on that. Don't quote. Well, let's just take a look. This is my video, so we got time. Let's take a look. See what we got going on. But I think there was something about, they were saying that he's doing work on G.I. Joe. Or there was some other book that people were digging, and they were thinking maybe that was a reason why people were going for this cover. Or going for that issue number 2. I don't know. I can't remember. Cover C. It's either... I don't think... This might be Evan Cagle, but... I don't think... I can't remember. So it's either Evan Cagle... Oh, hold on, let me see. We can figure this out real quick. This is issue number 4. Yeah, this is cover A. Issue number 4, cover A. So this is Evan Cagle. But Felipe Andrade does a cover. Dis Pater does a cover as well. So just nice, man. And look at this. Look at some of this artwork, man. So if you guys never have heard about this, you should... might want to check it out, man. This could be one of those things, and it could be something where the writer, something else has been optioned, so this is called low heat because you know how people do, man, when they're speculating. But like I said, I was on this from day one when it came out. I thought it was interesting. I believe she finds out that her grandfather was a writer for Conan or something. I can't remember. Like I said, I'm behind, but anyway, she finds out that the stories are real, so this is what takes place. And sometimes, you know how you do, you don't think you have the cover, so you pick it up. So I got 2 of those. Issue number 4, issue number 5. That's a dope cover. Issue number 6. And brother was picking up the variants, man. These are, I think most of these are like 1 in 10s that I picked up. Check out that David Mack. Just dope. Beautiful stuff, man. Beautiful stuff. I believe all the 1 in 10s on these are Virgin variants. And then they had like a 1 in 25. I don't know how many there are, but you know, I just picked up over the last few months just things that caught my attention. So, Helen of Windhorn. Helen of Windhorn out of Dark Horse Comics. Nice little pickup. So, it looks like we're into the incentives. The last few books that I want to show. I picked this up. This is that Transformers issue number 14. The Optimus Prime variant, the 1 in 25. Got that for under ratio. This is G.I. Joe, the Real American Hero, issue number 311. Dope. Negative space variant, man. When I first saw it, at first I was like, I kind of left it on the shelves. But then after I thought about it, I said, well, if it's still there when I go back next week, I'll pick it up. And sure enough, it was still there. This is a 1 in 10. Just a dope cover. So nice little pickup. Like I said, sometimes it takes a minute for things to marinate in your mind, you know. You never know what you might run across when you're watching people talk shit. Somebody might have said something to make you say, I should have picked it up. Anyway, I was glad to see that it was still on the shelves. You know, I grabbed that right away. Just, this is David Nakayama. Yes, it is. This is another G.I. Joe issue number 1 in 10 to David Nakayama. So that's probably why this might have came out the same week. So I just said I'm going to get this instead. Now, here's the book that I was surprised nobody's talking about, you know, with the Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman, you know, the all-in universe with that kicking off, everybody went back and they found out in the all-in special, number 1, the like one shot or whatever, that's where you actually got like some first appearances of all 3 of them, and so people went back and grabbed those books as well. Well, I think most LCSs they had a pretty nice little stack, or maybe some were under ordered. I don't know, but there was a little rush there for a minute. I don't think not so much anymore, but they also had and I was surprised, nobody's been talking about it. They had a 1 in 25 for that all-in special. So that was a nice little pickup. Found this buried behind the Action Comics 1065. Mark Spears, he's just blowing up. I was surprised this was still on the shelf and under ratio. So just a nice little grab. So up next, I saw this sitting on the shelf. Brother had to pick this up. I just thought this was a dope cover. This is Black Lightning, issue number 1. Is it Jessica NECA? Julie NECA? The Juliet NECA variant, 1 in 25. Just a nice little pickup. Speaking of a dope little pickup, I didn't even see these at my LCS when they came out. I did get the issue 27. You guys already know I've been talking about Department of Truth for a minute now. I'm just really digging what they're doing with the story. But I saw some people talking about it, and like I said, I didn't even see them on the shelves when I went to pick up my books. But I think that I wasn't exactly really keen on it to begin with, but then once I really saw what was going on, I said, well, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go back, and if I can find them somewhere on the shelves there next week, I'll pick them up. And I was surprised. Even the LCR owner was like, yeah, I'm surprised these are still sitting on the shelves anyway. But check this out. This is the Department of Truth, issue number 27, the 1 in 10. Just a dope Marilyn Monroe cover. And like I said, the story that they're on right now, it deals with Marilyn Monroe. Just very interesting stuff, man. I can't encourage you guys enough. You should check it out. And they also had this is what surprised me, they also had the 1 in 25. Look at that. Nice. So I was pleasantly surprised and happy to be able to get both of these, that they were still sitting there a week later. And I think these spiked, like I said, on one or maybe both of the couple of the Hot 10 shows. So just a nice little pickup, man. Nice little pickup. So the last incentive that I'm going to show before I show my final book, I knew when this came out, man, that I saw it and I was like, man, I got to get that. I got to have it. But check this out. We've got Void Rivals issue number 13. The 1 in 50. That is a dope book. Who was the cover artist on this again? Let me look this up right quick. Like I said, I knew when they showed this that I had to pick this up, man. This is just a dope cover by Kendrick Lim. Anyway, this is Void Rivals, issue number 13, the 1 in 50. Just a fantastic cover. So, alright, we've made it to the last book in this haul video. Let me preface this by saying, when I saw it, I knew that I liked the cover, but I couldn't figure out for the longest time why this book was so expensive. You guys know me, I don't have a problem picking up books out of Zenescope. I think it's been a great place where they can showcase new up and coming artists and even artists that are well established still do cover work for Zenescope, and they do some phenomenal work. And a lot of times you'll be able to get a lot of their stuff where the stuff that they put out is limited. So even though these things might not be cracking at the moment, I don't know. I just think in the direction that comic books are moving in, a lot of stuff is going to be even in more demand for artist-driven books, man. Cover art. It's just, you can see it happening. I remember when that was just, I consumed everything that I read back when I was young, and but I was also very infatuated with the covers. I would spend hours in my room just trying to draw the different covers, man. Just things that I really liked. So I think that's where, I've got an artistic eye. So I think that's why I'm just so drawn to cover art, collecting cover art as well. Don't get me wrong, I read a lot of stuff, man, but I really dig cover art. Anyway, let me pull this out. This is a slab. And you know how everybody hates on PGX, but sometimes, and like I said, I went to that dealer show, and this was from my guy that goes there all the time. He hooks me up with some great deals. He likes PGX, so I know there's no games going on with this. This is just this is out of his collection, out of one of the books that he buys a lot of collections, and he thought this was good enough to send in and get slabbed. Like I said, he just chooses PGX. But anyway, let me show this book. I'm just doing a lot of talking. I'm rambling. I must be getting tired. It's late. Anyway, check this out, man. This is Grimm Fairy Tales, issue number 1. It's in a PGX slab. It's graded a 9.2. I don't really see a whole lot wrong with this book. Might be a little color discoloration right here on the back, so why they might have knocked it down. Maybe a little bit of something going on. Could be cleaned up along the staples, but like I said, man, this is just I liked this book when I saw it, right? And I thought it was just a fantastic cover. I like the action in it. I just thought it was something. I'm like, I hope to find that one day. But when I started looking it up online, I was going to see if I could catch it online. And for the longest time, it just never popped up. And then when it did start popping up, I was like, why are people asking so much for this book? Finally, when I bought this, he gave me a fantastic deal on it. That's why I bought it. A lot cheaper than what people are asking online, even of same grades or raw or lower grades. People just ask a lot of money for this book, and I just couldn't understand why. Anyway, this is an Al Rio cover. We've got Joe Dodd art on the inside, Ralph Tedesco, and it's a Joe Tyler story. But this is Grimm Fairy Tales, issue number 1. This came out in June of 2005. And the reason why people ask a grip for this book is because this is Zenescope's very first published work. And I had to go out and do a little research on that. I was online looking it up. It took me a minute to try and find it because I was like, after I got it, I'm like, why is this so expensive? I mean, I like the cover. This, that's what attracted me to it. Little Red Riding Hood and the Big Bad Wolf. I like the action in it. I like the look on her face. I like the way my boy is looking at it. He's about to get busy. But I was like, well, that alone, I was looking up Al Rio stuff. I'm like, well, who is this Al Rio? So I did a little bit of a deep dive on him. And I was like, I still don't see why that would be driving this book. But like I said, once I got it, I started looking in a little deeper. That's what I found out. This is the first published work out of Zenescope. So this is just a nice little find, man. So, in case you didn't see it, this was PGX graded this a 9.2. So just a dope little find, man. All right. I was a little wiped out tonight, been a long week, getting ready to hit that vacation time, so it's all good. I definitely want to get this video out. It'll be dropping this week, and that next one will be dropping very soon, right before the end of the year. And like I said, I can't wait to show you guys what I got in that. Just some fantastic stuff, man. I've been out here doing it. We're gonna end the year on a bang. So with that, you know what time it is. This is your boy 666. Until next time, I'm out.